We are live.
Hey everyone, how's it going? With me, I have my co-host Mina.
Hi, everybody. How are my beautiful hauntlings today?
And unfortunately, Filia is currently preoccupied, and our guest, which was supposed to be Phoenix, is running late. So we decided to start, and once they free up, hopefully they'll be around before the show ends.
Yeah. Let me see here. So a few things. We know everything that's going on in England. Understand we really sympathize with our UK listeners and the Commonwealth of the UK listeners. We mourn the Queen with you. I've been watching some of the stuff. I think it's good that Harry is going to be able to wear his uniform when the grandchildren do the vigil. Charles is letting them do that. Not happy.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about Andrew wearing his military uniform, because he was stripped of all of that because of what he did. We're not going to get into what he did, but
yeah,
he may or may not have actually done it, because there's some question of whether the pictures were photoshopped. But he settled. That doesn't mean he's guilty. Settling a lawsuit does not mean you're guilty. It just means you don't want to deal with court.
That is true.
But yeah, he settled, and he and the Queen had several discussions, and he was stripped of his military ranks and everything, and his royal ranks. He's only a prince because of his birth. He's not even, all his other ranks had been taken from him and given to other people. I've been impressed with King Charles. It's weird calling him that. It is. It's weird calling him that. Think about it. We've known him as Prince Charles for how long?
Yeah.
70 years? And yeah, we've not. I'm not used to calling him King Charles. It's going to take me a while. You watched any good horror movies lately?
Any good horror movies? Not that I can recall. I have been watching horror movies. I can't exactly say they were good.
There was a discussion the other night. Well, I was watching a discussion the other night. It wasn't actually. It's about 3 years old, so go with that. But which is better, Die Hard, the Die Hard franchise, or the Alien franchise?
I have to go with the Alien franchise.
Well, I haven't seen the Die Hard franchise. I've never seen a Die Hard movie. I'm not a Bruce Willis fan. I'm not.
The problem with comparing the Die Hard franchise with the Alien franchise is you're comparing a science fiction horror movie to an action movie.
Well, action horror. That's what they were going with on that.
I don't really consider Die Hard horror. Die Hard's whole thing is a guy who's a cop essentially gets stuck in a building with terrorists, and now he's got to try to stop them before they blow shit up. I'm like, that's the plot to
Yeah,
every generic action movie I've ever seen.
yeah. It's like, uh, why? You know,
It's like
why are we
people
doing
who
this?
try to tell me Jurassic Park's a horror movie. Like, look, I understand dinosaurs eat people. Yeah, scary, but it's more of a thriller than a horror movie.
Yeah, it could be considered a horror movie, but well, there's a lot of things that could be considered a horror movie if you take them in that vein. Um, but yeah, it just I'm thinking I've got to go with Alien because I mean, well, first of all, that scene where the guy has the alien come out of his stomach, that is a classic. Okay, that is just classic Alien. It's classic horror. But I've never seen a Die Hard movie, so they gave Die Hard points
What
because
did I?
it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And my question there was Die Hard is a Christmas Carol, my husband says. Um, but my problem there is, you know, you can watch Alien anytime you want, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? I think I've lost a fan in my computer. That's not good. It's not spinning.
That's definitely good.
I've got one to replace it with. I've got extra fans around here. It just bothers me that it's just not spinning and I can't even make it spin. That's a pain. Um Thinking about what else I've watched this week. Trying to come up with subjects for us, right? Oh, did you see the
Do
Winnie
you
the
have
Pooh?
Hulu?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
Have you seen
What
the
about
Winnie
Winnie the
the
Pooh?
Pooh horror movie?
I have not.
Um, Let me see if I can find it here.
Is that like on YouTube, or is that coming to theaters, or what?
I think it's coming to theaters, which is kind of
I
really
wonder if I could
cool.
trick my. I wonder if I could trick my little sister into going to see it. Hey, Katie, you want to go see a Winnie the Pooh movie with me? Sure. Come, like, starts watching. She's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Oh, I neglected to tell you, it's a horror movie."
It's Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is the name of it. I don't.
I am excited because I did enjoy the prior two, but I am looking forward to Halloween ends.
Mm, I'm not so sure I'm happy about that, but yeah,
Well, people
Winnie.
are like, it's gonna be the last one, and I'm like, you know, this is
Do
Hollywood.
you know?
As long as this motherfuckers keeps making them bank, they're gonna keep making movies.
Yeah, and the other thing is that do you know how many times re they've retconned and reset Halloween? I mean, seriously, it's like 5 times.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Oh god. All right.
let's see if I can find this. I don't know if it's going to be
But
in
the reason I was
theaters or not.
asking about Hulu was
Yeah.
because I've been watching a show called Castle Rock.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty much it's based in in Castle Rock, Maine, where it's like most of Stephen King's books take place, and like you see references to his movies all over the place, and Bill Skarsgård actually is like the one of the main characters in the show.
Now, is he dressed up like it or is he just.
No, He like just like he's not anything. He just it's just him.
Huh.
Pretty good. I like it.
I might have to check that out. Castle Rock. That's not. That actually reminds me of Furberry. That's not Furberry though. Aliens. Aliens. 100 Acre Wood. Okay. 100 Acre Wood sign. There's also somebody who's doing a 100 Acre Wood haunted house. Now see, Pooh has come into the public domain now. So
Yeah, I heard about that.
nobody, quote unquote, owns him right now. It's public domain. Anybody can do anything. And that's why they're getting away with the horror movie. Because there's nothing anybody can do it with about it. It's, Halloween Ends. Have you seen Black Phone?
I have not.
I've been hearing a lot about it, but I have not seen it.
I know Mandy watched it and really enjoyed it.
Mm. Also been watching a lot of true crime stuff, which is kind of depressing. Well, at least that case is depressing. It's a young man who supposedly killed himself, according to his girlfriend and her friend who became his friend. But he killed himself and he fell forward into the bathtub, quote unquote, where he's in like a V shape over the side of the bathtub. And the problem with this is there's lividity in the back of his legs. Hey, Dice Rollin'. You seen the black?
Dice Rollin'?
Have you seen the Black Phone? I'm dying to know more about it. I really want to watch it, but
I said Mandy really seemed to enjoy it.
I can't find. Well, maybe if I look in the right place. Durf. Right? Right? Mm-hmm. It's really... Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
What?
She says she's seen it. Very good horror film. It's one that I bought on DVD as soon as I had the chance. So, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Pooh Bear, Blood and Honey. I'm looking for the release date. Come on, Google. Come on, Google. Get there, Google. Come on. October 20th. 3 days after my birthday.
Oh, nice.
Ethan Hawke is in Black Phone. Okay. That'll be interesting. No, Blood and Honey is not a Disney film. Not at all.
I can just imagine the Disney corporations, not happy about the creation of that movie.
Disney isn't involved. Jagged Edge Productions made the film, and ITN Studios is distributing it. Pooh and Piglet were introduced in a 1926 book, Winnie the Pooh, entering the public domain earlier this year. I don't know if Piglet's a boy or a girl. I never could figure that out.
I'm not sure either.
According to this, Piglet is male, but I'm not convinced on that.
And, and then you got Captain Depresso Espresso Eeyore over there.
Well, yeah, Eeyore is definitely male. I mean, we could all tell that, and Pooh is definitely male. Tigger, I don't know. Yeah, I agree, Dice Rolling. I think Piglet is non-binary. He's like, oh, I'm telling my age now, but do you remember Saturday Night Live? It's Pat.
No.
It was a character, a skit they did with a character that was definitely you couldn't tell if it was male or female, if he or she was male or female. They just the name of the character was Pat, and you didn't know if it was for Patricia or Patrick.
Yeah.
And you, the whole skit was that they tried to make you Pat is this, and then something would happen. Well, no, Pat can't be that because that Pat did this. You know, it was really, really interesting. It was way ahead of its time. Um, because people
Yeah.
weren't ready for that at all. I'll change the screen here because yeah, I'm trying to get our have our little reminder things to come up. Remember to, if you're watching, please like the stream. You know, give us a
All that
like,
good jazz.
share us out so that other people show up because it'd be nice to have conversations. Um, yeah, that was one. And my timestamp is gone again. Why does my timestamp keep disappearing?
I guess you keep traveling back in time, and it keeps going away.
Maybe. YouTube, quit taking away my timestamp. I really want to keep it. Thank you. That's so wrong.
Well, stop traveling back in time before you make the timestamp, and you wouldn't keep losing it.
Oh. 1977, The Incredible Melting Man. This image that I'm looking at, and I don't know how to get it up on the screen because I'm not looking at it in a web browser. It it kind of reminds me of one of our narrators, and I'm not talking about Let's Read. Um, we have another narrator that uses the spaceman, except it's kind of like a mm, it's kind of like a skull with oh, this is bad, meat on it. You know, like the skin's just been taken off, and that's what this incredible melting man looks like. I, okay, I'm failing here.
Mostly, I've been just watching. I watched the new season of Cobra Kai that came out on Netflix.
Mm, haven't watched
That
that.
was pretty good.
I did hear something about
It's a good
them
show. I like it.
talking about remaking the Karate Kid, and I'm like, why? Why would you do this?
You already tried that. You already tried that with fucking Will Smith's kid and Jackie Chan, I believe it was. It didn't work out for you. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, why do we have to do this? Let's not do this. I mean, okay, some remakes I like. Okay, I like the remake of 13 Ghosts. I really like the way they redid that. Does that mean I don't like the original? No, I love the original. But um it's a different type of
Like
some things don't need remakes, that's right. I didn't think
exactly.
13 Ghosts
But
needed
like,
remakes because the black and white was really good, but when they remade it, yeah, it was I agree. It was much better.
but but like Karate Kid, and then Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai picks up pretty much years after Karate Kid ended,
Mhm.
and it has like the same actors. It has the adult, like the adult, um Daniel Reluso, the same actor who played him, but as an adult, and same for the one who plays his oh god, I can't remember his name, but the guy
His
he his arch nemesis, like they're
antagonist.
yeah, and like they're both in it, and then they bring people back in from the show from the movie, and then they even show clips from the movie just in case people who haven't seen the movie see the show, and they like so that they're not like lost. And I'm like, you know what? This feels less like a this feels more like a sequel than it is like a continuation of the story than it does anything else. And I approve of that. Like they instead of
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
remake it or shit on it, they're like, you know what? Let's just continue it.
Yeah, continuing a story is I never have a problem with that.
They even like addressed, because the actor who played Mr. Miyagi died. They even addressed that, Mr. Miyagi died. They have a grave site. They have a few like remembering scenes for the character. And I'm like, you know what?
that's cool.
I can do this.
That's
I can appreciate this. It's not like you don't even pretend like he doesn't exist. You even address he died. So it's like, you know
yeah.
what? You're all right in my book.
But then,
I approve.
but then you've got things like well, Halloween's been re I don't like the word rebooted, but it's been restarted or rolled back. The first two movies
It's
were
been
almost
new.
back to back stories, and then you come back, you go with the
It's
first
been
movie, and um, the Halloween movie that came out, was it 2 years ago?
something like that.
And everything in between is now, a different timeline. I don't mind different timelines and other universes, the multiverse, whatever you want to call it, but don't act like things didn't happen at all. You know?
Except for that one Halloween movie that had nothing to do with Halloween. That thing doesn't exist.
Well, the idea with that, and this was John Carpenter's original idea with Halloween, was that it was going to be stories about horror stories about things that happen around Halloween around the world. It was not supposed to
Yeah,
get stuck on the Shape or Michael Myers. But when they made Season of the Witch, Halloween Season of the Witch, you have to separate that there now because there is a different movie called Season of the Witch with Nicolas Cage, and yeah, it was a good movie. Um,
yeah, I've seen that.
but it's people didn't like it because they wanted Michael Myers. You had two movies with Michael Myers. They wanted Mike Myers back. So yeah. So
Yeah,
he gave it to him, and then we went through all that, and I really don't like the way they portrayed Jamie Curtis's character in H2O. I really don't like the way they did her there because I just
yeah.
can't see her as a drunken, frightened woman hiding from Michael.
I don't know.
She's a final
If
girl.
you think about it this way, if you think about it this way though, she was a teenager when it happened, right?
Right.
So mental scars, PTSD, it's a normal transition. So if you look at it as a one cohesive story, it's like first you got the teenage girl who survived the tragic event. Then you get then they grow up and they become scared. They become a scared, frightful alcoholic. But then if you and I know that's a separate timeline, but if you then go to like her as like an older adult, like the one that like Halloween End kills
Yeah,
and Halloween Ends, she's a recluse who's ready for him and wants to kill him. It is a natural progression of the human brain.
I
Almost
actually,
died,
I
PTSD,
yeah,
badass.
I actually like the way they're portraying her in these new movies. I like it.
Yeah,
I think that's more what would really happen. I don't like the fact that they've kind of removed her from being related or the sister of Michael, because
yeah, that's stupid.
that was canon, and that was, I mean, it kind of, you kind of took the second movie and threw it away. You know, you took the second movie and you
Yeah,
threw it away, and everything we learned in the second movie doesn't work anymore.
you took the whole plot of the movie and just shit on it because the whole plot of the movie was he wanted her dead because it was his family. That's why he was obsessed with her. That's why he wanted her dead.
Yeah,
So you just took the whole plot line of your movie and just said, it doesn't exist anymore.
right. Oh, I got into discussion about skinwalkers and uh wendigos this week. You know how anal I am on those. It's funny.
Yeah,
I was like, I really should write this all the way out and just put everything in it and then post it somewhere because yeah, but just I just need to, you know. But yeah, this is like guys like I'm trying to make a character that's kind of like a skinwalker and a wendigo put together and with this other thing and I'm going okay.
not a bad concept. Just don't call it a skinwalker or a wendigo. Just give it
Yeah,
characteristics of each and whatever you want, and make up your own name for it. And you're not a bad concept.
yeah, and he was trying to figure out what they look like in human form. And I'm going, well, if you meet a skinwalker during the day, you're probably not going to know it's a skinwalker because most of them walk around in their human form, quote unquote, during the day. They look human. They look like you and me. You can't tell um, unless they've been outed, and then you just know because you know that that's what they do at night. But they don't. They only change at night for the most part. At least according to
Yeah,
the actual lore. Um, and they don't have to be a wolf or a deer or uh, whatever we usually a coyote. That was the other one that you usually see them at. They can be any predatory animal. All they have to do is get a pelt. That's it.
yeah.
And the pelt shape shifts them into that animal. So it could be anything. It could even be an owl, raven. I'm using that. I'm really going to use that. Yeah. Um, one of my favorite,
Ah.
one of my favorite native um, horror creatures, I guess you'd call them, are raven mockers,
Yeah.
and they literally take the heart out of the dying person and put them into them so that they can take over their life. It's I don't know why I like the raven mockers. I just like the raven mockers. Leave me alone. and then
Nah, I'll
and
pick on you about it.
and then on the
More
other
fun that
side,
way.
the Wendigo looks like a human all the time. Very emaciated, very skinny. They may have eaten their own lips off by the time you see them. They may not have, but they may have. It you, depends on how soon you see them. Um, they get taller with every human that they eat. So legend says there have been some that have been seen to be 15 feet tall. Okay, you know, you got this 15-foot tall, really skinny, emaciated, bony skin is kind of stretched as thin as it can be on their skin, on their bones. Um, yeah, I can, they're pale. Their limbs are elongated. Their heart is turned to ice. I could see, how you could use that in a character, but
Yeah.
they don't have horns. They don't have a bony mask over their face, and I don't know. I really don't like the way that pop culture has changed them, and it's pop culture. It's not, you know, the legends don't say that or anything about that. Oh, I got a new Slender Man story I want to do so bad.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just wrote a story called The Librarian's Secret,
Ooh. Kitty,
and
kitty, kitty.
it's for Lady Spookaria's birthday collab.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can do for that. I really feel bad because I really like doing those type things, but I really feel bad. I'm gonna be with the VR HorrorCon VR. We're doing This is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I
Listen,
need to get lines for I need to get lines to Seth for that.
yeah, I do too. Um, Another one that I kind of like the remake, but it's not. I don't really like the remake, if that makes sense. Because, well, you can't best Vincent Price. It just doesn't happen. House on Haunted Hill. Um, they did a pretty good job on the remake. The remake and the sequel to the remake was kind of
Yeah.
impressive. Um, I don't know.
Was that another story?
I don't know. I don't see what you're looking at.
Oh, so I'm trying to update my website and put all my stories in my and on my website, but I don't remember all the stories that I wrote.
I've got to redesign my website. I really do. It
And
needs
I'm
it.
like, and I have a list here, and I'm going through my documents, and I came to the one that says "Trick or Treat, give me something good to eat." And I'm like, is that one I finished, or is that when I started and said, fuck it?
Oh my god. What do you think
When this
about
was actually one that I finished.
the remake of the monsters that they're doing?
Didn't even know they were doing that.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what to think about it. I'm not sure. They're remaking Hocus Pocus, which they're bringing back the original witches. So you've got,
I I was under the assumption that that was Hocus Pocus 2, like that was a sequel to it.
it is. It's a sequel. And they're bringing back the original witches, the Saringer sisters. Is that right?
Something
Eh,
like that.
but Sanderson sisters, that's it. Um,
Yeah, that's it.
but none of the rest of the cast is going to be in it from the original. Everything else, everyone else
Oh,
is new.
really?
Hmm. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. 1925. Laurel and Hardy, Mr. Dr. Pickle, and Mr. Pride. I'm sorry. Ooh.
I'm going through these untitled documents, going, did I write any of these? And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, I don't see my name at the top of anything else, which is at the
Which is
top of
how
any
you
of
do
them,
it. You
which is
put your
my
name,
signature.
yeah.
It's my calling card. If my name it's at the top of the document, then I know I wrote. That's how I keep this shit straight.
Oh, did you know that
There's a few of them. I'm gonna have to look.
the monsters were on the Batman and
Okay.
Robin show back in the day? Yeah.
Batman.
And Burt Ward and Adam West. I wish I spoke Japanese. I would go and watch this movie. 1974, Evil of Dracula. It was directed by Michio Yamamoto. And I would so go watch this movie if I understood the language. Oh,
Speaking of, have you watched any good anime recently?
no. Well, my husband showed me one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was can't. What was the name of the girl? Kiyomo can't talk or something like that. You showed it to me. Anyway, it was pretty cool. She literally can't talk to people. She freezes up. It's like she's got anxiety and can't talk to and one of the guys figures out how to communicate with her, and it was kind of neat. But like I said, I can't remember the name of it. It kind of sucks. Cheerios commercial with the monsters back in the day. Did you ever see The Cell? It was a 2000 movie.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Was J Lo was in it? It was like her ninth movie or something like that. She was really quote unquote new to movies.
I may have. I can't recall.
Yeah, she played a psychiatrist who
It sounds familiar.
went into people's dreams to try to help them deal with their psychosis. And she was working on a little
Yeah.
boy, and they asked her to go in and work on a serial killer. And she starts having nightmares from the serial killer's dream world, and it was a good movie for the time.
Yeah.
It was a good movie for the time. It's another one of those things where you have to remember the time it was made and judge it on that. You can't judge it by today's standards. It's like Big Trouble in Little China. They can never get away with that movie
Yeah.
today. They could never get away with that movie today. There's a lot of movies they couldn't get away with doing today. It just isn't. People would get all sorts of butt hurt.
Yeah. They people are way too fucking sensitive nowadays. I'm not gonna lie.
You remember the oh, what was his name? Where's my YouTube list? I can look it up there. I think his name was Charlie Chan. That was not the actor, it was the character's name. And they actually said that he was from Hawaii instead of saying that he was from Um, instead of saying that he was from Japan, which he obviously was. I mean, it was anybody who watched it knew he was from Japan. But they kept saying he was from Hawaii because it came out while we were at war with Japan. And, you just can't do that. You just can't do that. I feel sorry for the.
No, you cannot.
No, I cannot what? Oh,
No, you just can't make movies like that, especially around those times. Like, you can't do it. You can't do shit like that.
no, you can't. And it's funny because I mean most of the movies are like an hour long. They're not even that long really. They're just like an hour long. That's it. But yeah, they're yeah, number one daughter do I've never met anybody from Hawaii that says number one daughter, number four son. You know, it's it's just
it's like, why do you call them that? Is that your order? Is that in the order you love them? No, that is in the order which they were born. Number 4 son. You have 4 other sons? Indeed.
I have five actually. You know,
Okay.
it's like he you couldn't get away
That's
with
where you just
that.
kind of like nod your head. Go, okay.
You couldn't get away with that today. I mean, they went after,
No, you
and
could
I
not.
I have to agree with it, but they went after Scarlett Johansson um when she just wanted she said that she could play anything she wanted to. Remember that? A few years ago, she said she could play a tree, she could play a trans person, all sorts of things like that. And
Yeah.
they blasted her because of it. And I don't know, my characters that I write, some of them I don't really give a nationality or anything. Like one I'm writing right now, I'm giving nationalities and sort of looks. But most of them I don't. I don't tell you what color they are. I don't tell you what nationality they are. Kind of just get from what you get in the story. And really, it really is different from seeing somebody actually say, you know, this character is this, even though they are acting like this. They're definitely this. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
How do you do that? It doesn't work right. Yeah, it's Charlie Chan. Like Charlie Chan in the Jade Mask, Charlie Chan in Black Magic, um, Basil Rothborn as Sherlock Holmes. He was so good. But again,
I
it's
am starting I'm gonna try to get this done by Halloween so I can get it narrated on my channel.
mm-hmm.
But I started a horror RP with some friends,
Ooh,
and it's text based, and essentially it's going to be called the Skull Faced Killer, and
ooh,
I'm gonna let them make their own characters, and I'm going to just essentially I might make a character for it, but just to have fun, I would kill that character off just to make it fair. I'm not gonna make a character and then make it like I couldn't make a character and be like the omnipotent one of everything that was going on. I just have to make a character that I could play for a little bit just to make a few sarcastic quips to people and then let him die.
Mm.
But I'm gonna and then after it's over and said and done with, I'm gonna see if I can get everybody to narrate their parts because I'm gonna put it in a Google Doc and then I'm gonna try to get it uploaded to YouTube by Halloween.
That ought to be
I just think
fun.
I just think it'd be fun, a little fun. Yeah, it seemed fun.
Speaking of people doing things for Halloween and so forth, I don't know if you've been watching, but Spooky Boo has been having some issues with her channel.
This is home.
We think that she thinks she might be shadow banned. So if you haven't watched her content, go and give it a look. She's got some really great stories. Really great stories. She does a whole series on a place called Sandcastle, California. It's a fictional place where uh, zombies and witches and werewolves and vampires all live together, hiding out in the same place. Um, I haven't figured out if they're hiding from each other too yet or
Houston, we
not.
have a problem.
Houston, we have a problem. There are too many of the supernatural people here. Uh, but yeah, that was
I
now.
must return momentarily. I have officially ran out of water.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that.
That was why I said Houston, we have a problem. I went to go take a drink and it was just like nothing came out and I'm like, "Oh, it's
Yeah,
empty."
you got a
But
problem,
there's
dude.
also a deceivingly large amount of ice in that cup. There's also a deceivingly large amount of ice in that cup, so I picked it up and I'm like, "Oh, there's still weight to it. There must be drink in there." And I went, "Nope, that was just ice." I'll be back in a second.
Okay, so yeah, if you could go give Spooky Boo watch some of her watch her new stuff, watch her old stuff. It she's got really great stuff on her channel, and it would do great to get the algorithm fixed for her. Um, Algorithm doesn't like us to begin with because we do horror or true crime. Our guest today actually does a lot of true crime as well. Um, I kind of admire somebody that can do true crime because they, especially if they put a lot of research into it and do it right.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, but it's hard for people to, it's hard on their psyche when they do true crime. Because,
Well, I, I now know why our guest didn't show up today.
uh-oh, she okay? That's my first question.
He's fine. Some idiot just fucking sideswiped the right side of his car, so he had to deal with that.
Oh no. Oh
Doesn't
no.
look too bad, but you know, you can definitely tell there's damage. But luckily, he's okay. But Jesus Christ, people just suck.
Yeah, but at least he's okay. It sucks. Yes, it sucks, but at least he's okay, and I'm sorry he's gonna have to deal with that.
I just
It's
asked him if he was okay, just to make sure.
yeah. The car can be fixed or replaced. You know, you can't replace lives yet.
I mean,
Yet.
I've heard rumors that the cloning does exist currently, so maybe.
Silver Underworld Scary Stories. Hi! I just got on your Twitter today. I think it was your Twitter. I think it was, yeah, it was your Twitter.
Hey, what's up, Silver? It's been a minute. How you been, dude?
But yeah, I'm sorry that happened to him. Good Halloween story for the kids. If you guys have, and well, I guess a 5-year-old would be okay with this. Um, See, I gauge everybody by my granddaughter, who is now 7, and I mean, we were watching Coraline when she was 3. So, she's my child. This is normal, you know. But there's a movie called The House with the Clock at Its Walls. It's actually geared towards younger audiences. It's PG.
Hey, isn't that the one with Jack Black in it?
Yep. And it's pretty
I like
good.
Jack Black.
I
He's
watched.
an underrated actor.
He is, especially in this. He did a good job. I really enjoyed it. Um, yeah. What's your favorite
Speaking
scare?
of movies that Jack Black was in, speaking of movies Jack Black was in, though, did you see the one they did for that he was in with Goosebumps? I haven't seen the
No,
second one, but I did enjoy the first one.
no. Can I commit a
I did
ultimate?
enjoy the first one.
Can I
Jack
commit?
Black was great.
Can I commit an ultimate sin right now?
Are you gonna try to tell me? Are you gonna tell me you don't like Goosebumps?
I've never watched Goosebumps.
How dare you!
When I
You have
was
a
Goosebumps,
granddaughter. You better teach her the glory of Goosebumps.
Goosebumps wasn't around when I was growing up. But we have a question. Silver wants to know what our favorite scary movies are.
Um, Probably the first Alien because I'd never get tired of watching that little bastard bust out of that guy's chest and everyone get the living shit scared out of him.
That is a funny scene. It really is.
I always like a movie that gives their actors a little bit of PTSD afterwards.
Well, and that was the thing is nobody knew what was going to happen. None of the other actors knew what was going to happen. And then it happened, so you got real reactions.
Mosier.
Mine, oh gods. See, this is a favorite question. Y'all know I hate favorite questions because I can never get it down to one. Of course, there's Rosemary's Baby. You guys have heard me talk about Rosemary's Baby all the time because that movie still scares the crap out of me. Um, Still, and I still want to know what the kid's eyes looks like. We'll never know, but I want to know what the kid's eyes look like because she keeps, what did you do to his eyes? He's got his father's eyes. But they never show you the baby. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's kind of like in the movie oh goddamn, what is that movie with um it has George Clooney in it, I think, but it's like, what's in the box? I think
oh
it's like
seven,
seven
seven,
no,
seven
it has
with
something to
Brad
do with
Pitt.
sins. Yeah, seven. Yeah, yeah, with Brad Pitt. Yeah, sorry, my brain was like, I don't fucking remember who's in it. Yeah, but I always wish they would have panned over into that box just to see the severed head, but they never did because they're
Yeah, the severed
bastards.
head and the baby. Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? But of course, The Nightmare on Elm Street, except for number 2.
Yeah, every everyone hates on the like remake and like it wasn't great, but
I haven't
some of those special effects were pretty fucking cool.
I
Like
haven't actually
at the
seen
end,
that.
yeah. But at the end, like Freddy Krueger grabs and pulls someone through a fucking mirror and leaves a blood smear there, and like the mirror shatters and regenerates as he's pulling them in. I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool.
I like Oculus. That's a really I it's a really psychological thriller horror movie. Um
There's one that I keep trying to find on one of the several streaming platforms I watch because I want to watch Hereditary because I hear it's really fucking good, but I haven't
it
got a chance
is.
to.
It's a mind um I can't think of the word that I can say. Yes, my husband just said it, but I can't say
Mindfuck?
that. Yes. Uh Silver says mine is Conjuring 2. I love how there's a connection from that to Annabelle, the Nun, and La Llorona.
La
Um,
Llorona.
no, there's actually no connection between those stories, but they made them for cinema. Um, they made them for cinema to so that they would be linked together for the cinema. Um, honestly, see, I don't like that they changed what Annabelle looks like. Annabelle was a Raggedy Ann doll. I had Raggedy Ann dolls, so that was a little
Yeah.
scarier to me that it was a Raggedy Ann doll. Um, the Nun
Yeah.
goes
Because
back to another movie.
it wasn't like a it wasn't like a doll that was one of a kind. There's thousands of Raggedy Ann dolls, and you never
Right.
know which one it could be.
Yeah. Well, except that that particular one is behind glass in the museum. But um yeah, anything with Vincent Price in it. Anything. I love Vincent Price. Freddy didn't really scare me though. That's I guess I'm weird that way. He didn't scare me. Um
Freddy didn't scare me. Jason didn't scare me. Michael Myers didn't scare me. But Chucky scared the shit out of me.
Chucky didn't really scare me. And Chucky made me think more of Annabelle, the way Annabelle works. Now, um Pet Cemetery, the original, that got me. Um, what got me in that more than anything was the baby when Gage came back and he was crawling under the
Yeah.
bed and he cut their Achilles tendon. That got me. That that scene
I
right there got me.
I was yelling at the screen when I watched that. I'm like, because as he's getting ready, I'm like, you did this to yourself. You knew that it was
Yeah,
going to happen
you
because you saw it happen with a cat.
you saw it happen with
You
the
knew it was going to
dog.
happen.
You saw it happen with the dog. You saw it
Saw it
happen
with
with
the
the
dog,
cat.
and then I was really yelling whenever he brought his wife back, and I'm like, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, what are you thinking you're doing? Because that's just, it's stupid, dude. Stupid.
Let's just keep trying the same thing over and over again. Eventually, something good will happen.
Yeah, it's called the Conjuring Universe official from Warner Brothers. Speaking of Warner Brothers, and I'm gonna put this out there and drop it. Warner Brothers is owned now by Discovery Channel, and they're getting ready to do a hit piece documentary on Johnny Depp. And I say hit piece because half the stuff in it is not true. Maybe even more than half. But just put that out there. Don't go watch it. Don't give them money. That's all
If a
I'm going to
tenth
say.
of what they say is true, I'll be fucking surprised.
Well, they're twisting it so that it's Amber's story, basically.
I mean, they're just speaking the truth as opposed to the alternate truth that was revealed in the courtroom.
You
Sorry,
know,
when
the
when
actual
I read that
truth.
or heard that, I was like, we're calling the truth the alternate truth. What is fucking wrong with you?
Yeah. It doesn't.
Just because you don't agree with it doesn't make it any less valid.
Um, that's something I was wondering. Would you guys like? Because I've thought about doing movie reviews on my channel, and it wouldn't be a regular thing. It'd be something that was like maybe once every 6 months or so, because it takes me time to find one and really I dig into it. It's like I did the Abominable Dr. Phibes, which is a Vincent Price movie that came out the year I was born. and it was really uh, it was a 5-page review when it was typed out without any illustrations or pictures or anything like that. It was 5 pages long. And I was just wondering if you guys would be interested in seeing something like that on my channel.
It
You don't have to
that
say
sounds like it can
yes.
be fun. That sounds like it can be fun. I would probably watch it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
say probably because depending upon what movie it is, if I haven't seen it or not, I'm not going to sit there and watch you ruin a movie for me. But I mean, if I've seen it already, then I'd
Well,
watch
it's
it.
like the Abominable Dr. Phibes. It came out in 1971. If you haven't seen it by now, I'm
You kind
sorry.
of done it to yourself at this point.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's just like if you haven't seen it, you don't have an excuse. Okay, bye.
So, there's going to
Dude, I
be
watch this
spoilers.
guy who just I watch this guy on fucking YouTube who just he's a massive asshole, and I appreciate him for it because he's hilarious. And he'll do this thing where he's like, get fucked, stay, gets fucked, stay fucked. Okay, bye. And every time he does it, I just lose it because it's just too damn funny.
There's a oh, what is it? There's one of the guys that I listen to. He's based in Japan, and he says, "Subscribe if you'd like. If you don't, well, I'll be hurt, but I'll get over it." And I'm like, dude,
Subscribe if you want. Don't. I don't care anymore.
I'll get over it. You know, no, please subscribe, subscribe. Um, the Conjuring universe. Again, it's one of the things where they have taken advantage of a couple and their work, and they're also taking advantage of the fact that both of them are dead, and they can kind of bastardize everything they want in it. Can I say that?
Sounds all right.
I mean, it just, I don't know. I like the stories. Don't get me wrong; they're cool. The movies are cool, but it's not what the Warrens. It's not based on what really happened with the Warrens. None of them are.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one was close, but it wasn't really. Even the family said it wasn't really. So,
Like it was close, sort of.
yeah. Um, yeah. I'm just gonna say this. Phoenix Fire did just hit 300 subs. Um, go check
That's
out
awesome.
go check out his channel. And from what I can see
Actually, I'm gonna
from
DM him
here,
and congratulate him on that. Congratulate him on that because
yeah.
he might not even know it because of all everything that's going on.
Well, he did a 300 subscriber thank you video.
Ah,
Um, and 242 has hit 1,000 subscribers. Yay! I know she's got the hours to get monetized, so yeah.
actually, she does.
She doesn't? How can she not?
She would, but she doesn't. See, YouTube likes to do this thing where you don't get they don't let you bank the hours that you do for your shorts to get monetized.
Really? Hey,
Yep.
Big Daddy Stone. How you
Yo,
doing,
what's up, Big
man?
Daddy? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I didn't know that they did that. I that 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 perturbs me. That sounded wrong. That
Yeah,
perturbs me.
like I know me and her are sitting roughly around the same amount of hours, which
I've
is
got I've got
fucking ridiculous.
I've got 42 hours. I've got 42 hours. I support everybody else's channels. When I watch my own stuff, it doesn't count. Um,
Does it not count when you watch your own stuff, or
I think it counts one time, but if you go back and watch it another time, it doesn't. And I actually need to watch the one that I did, the Hood Horror Challenge. I need to watch that one and write it down because I still haven't transcribed that particular one yet, and it's
so
supposed
she's
to
not
go in the
far off
book.
though, actually. So
What?
she's not far off actually. I just looked back at her messages. She's at she's like around 500 hours short. So she's getting
Okay.
there. She's
I just find it weird
she'll be
that
there soon.
she doesn't have it, and this channel has the hours. I mean, we got 1.9K
Jesus.
hours for the last year.
Yeah. So she's at like she's at like 3.5 3,500, and I'm at 2,352. So
Yeah.
oh, I gained another subscriber today. I'm one away from 800. Neat.
Congratulations. Somebody go and subscribe to him
It
because
it literally must have just it literally must have just happened because I was looking at my monetization at
somebody
the
go and
subscriber
subscribe
number
to
and it
him
said
so he's at 800.
779. I'm like, and my brain, and it took my brain a minute to put the you got a subscriber at some point today. I'm like, oh yeah, neat.
I posted up the last subscribers we got on here in the in our chat box. I don't know who Yoki Doki is, but that's a cool name. And B.
That
Campbell.
name makes me laugh.
The only thing that B. Campbell makes me think is Bruce Campbell, and I know that's not him. But it makes me think that. Your buddy Darkness is made
How
some
neat
cool
would it be if it actually was?
Oh, that would be so
How
cool.
neat would it be if it actually was?
That would be so awesome. Oh man, if that really is you, Bruce, let us know. Oh my goodness.
Let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section below. Hey, and if you're watching this on the replay, which most people probably are, hey, let us know what your favorite movie or movies are below.
Oh, speaking of Bruce Campbell, another one of my favorite horror movies is the movie Evil Dead.
Oh yeah,
that movie's
the Evil Dead
always
series is
been
amazing.
fucking epic.
Evil Dead series is amazing. It just, especially for the time period, with all the practical effects that they did. I mean, I can't really talk about that, the whole scene, but where they're actually split, the girl is actually split in two because of the plant going into her body and breaking her into two pieces. She was literally drawn and quartered by a plant. It's a gorgeous night outside, Big Daddy Stone. Well, that's great. It's not night here yet, but I'm glad it's night where you are.
Not yet. It'll be getting there soon.
You always got to trust your gut feeling. True scary story by Horror Narrations, or in Horror Narrations on Reddit. Go check it out. Oh, I saw something, and somebody checked this out for me.
Your feelings,
Jaffa. There is. I saw him. I think it was on Phoenix Fire's YouTube channel, where if you have a Reddit link to a Reddit story that is that's flagged not safe for work, YouTube will remove the link and if you're monetized, demonetize you or take it down. Now,
You'll get a warning if yeah, if you post anything with that has an NSFW link, um, especially if you're monetized, YouTube will get bitchy about it.
okay, so there's the answer. I don't think that's right because um, my thread on my subreddit on Reddit is not safe for work because we get into horror conversations, or at least I want to get into horror conversations. Um, oh, we had a win from YouTube this week. Did anybody hear about this other than me? We had a win, kind of
Clearly not.
backhanded win, but win for the First Amendment and YouTube. Um, certain individual was trying to shut down certain YouTubers for putting out the truth about them, um, and making opinions on things. And they put up a campaign to have the YouTubers kicked off of YouTube because, quote unquote, they were breaking the terms and services of YouTube. YouTube came back to them
God.
saying, no, they're not breaking the terms and services. This is opinion and this is fact. So you're not a protected person. It's not hate speech and it's not harassment. Get over it.
They hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Make them stop.
So yeah, I love that. Popcorn Planet and that Umbrella Guy both had a thing on it, and both of them were hit, as well as Incredibly Average. Incredibly Average has also been hit by the Discovery Channel. Remember what I said about Discovery is now owning Warner Brothers? Well, apparently they think that they can take court evidence and say that they have the copyright on it. They don't own the copyright on court evidence. It's public domain. Just saying. It was declared
Yeah.
that before the trial.
Um,
It's just, stupid people. But yeah, they were trying to take down Laura B and Incredibly Average and Myths and Monsters,
I think what
which,
Discovery forgets, if you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, and your stupid prize at this point is going to be losing business.
yep, yep. Take her out of Aquaman 2. I mean, what?
Like, fucking cancel her goddamn acting career completely.
No, blacklist her. I don't like cancel. I'm.
Dude, she is a fucking, she's literally the participation trophy of humanity.
Well, like I said, she's the proof is there, the evidence is there of what she did and the
I'm
lies she
not a bad,
told. And
I'm not a,
that's
I'm not
not
a bad person, I swear. I'm just an asshole.
being an asshole doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. It just means you're an asshole. That's all it means.
I like to think I'm a lovable asshole.
You are at times. Did I get nope. No, 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 no. Don't do that. I don't want that. Go away now. Thank you, please. My viewing window for the stream just went full screen. I can't get around it. No, no.
It's like, oh no, this is gonna suck. Stop betraying me.
It's not fair.
You were the chosen one, Anakin.
You heard the chosen one. Yeah, buy egg fondle. Uh,
Yeah. Uh,
buy egg fondle. Yeah, you were the chosen one, and again, how could you betray me? There was a article. I don't know. I don't know how many people watch The Mandalorian, but
did Nate show up in my things? Just
no,
not
that
loading
that
up, or
was that was a Streamlabs quote. Was by egg fondle by Nate Nelson.
oh, by egg fondle.
Um,
uh,
but in last season, I think it was, Luke Skywalker came to take Guru, which is Baby Yoda, and train him. And people, oh, he's already got force. He doesn't need to be trained. No, he needs to be trained. Well, George Lucas has now spoken out on it and said he needs to be trained. So there's the end of the story, guys. He needs to be trained.
except he's not going to be trained.
Well, he
Cough,
is.
cough. Spoiler alert. Cough, cough. Did you not see what happened?
I'm trying not to give spoilers because I know there are people who have
But you saw
not
what
watched
happened,
that.
right?
Yes, yes, yes. I know.
All right.
I just think when that scene when Luke showed up, that was amazing. But anyway,
Yeah.
hopefully
Listen,
Phoenix Fire will be
Mark
well.
Hamill's good.
He's awesome. I've loved him since
Mark
the first
Hamill is good
movie.
as Luke Skywalker, but he's better as the Joker.
Oh yeah, he is the best Joker. Him and Heath Ledger are. Now I would argue that
When someone
Jack.
asks me who my favorite Joker is, I tell them I have two favorite Jokers because you can't compare animated to live action. Live action's Heath Ledger. Animated, it's gonna be Mark Hamill.
Yeah, but I have to also give props to Jack Nicholson and Cesar Romero because Cesar Romero is the one that everybody has to live up to, and I mean everybody.
I mean,
Uh,
they don't have to live up to him. They just have to defeat that mustache.
I tell you, the man was wow. Um, and I'm sorry, the Joker movie with Jared Leto. No, no. Take it
Well,
out and
no,
say that it
you
is.
mean you mean Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, Walking Phoenix. Sorry.
I
You
I, I
you
liked
take
that movie. I liked that movie. It was good.
the movie
The acting was
itself.
solid, and the plot line was good.
The movie itself was good. Just take it out of Gotham and Batman's universe, and it's not a Joker movie. But you take it out of there, and it's a good movie. It is not a Joker movie, in my opinion. That's me.
Yeah, you could see that.
It's a good movie. I'm not saying it's not. It's just it's not a Joker movie
Yeah.
to me. It does have its scary points too. Reminds me in some places of Jacob's Ladder. That movie is a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a story with that movie, but I'll tell it some other time because we are running out of time. Um, I'm
I
hope.
haven't seen Jacob. I haven't seen or heard of Jacob's Ladder in a while. To be honest.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you that story another time. I don't know if we want to talk about that on here. um, but yeah, we're running out of time. Hopefully, Phoenix Fire is uninjured and is okay, and family is okay and everything. Car can be replaced.
Yeah, he's all right.
We're
I heard
we'll
back to him. He's doing all right.
okay. So we'll have him on sometime when he's not dealing with issues. Um, this was kind of an unexpected event,
I,
and
I
we
actually
understand that.
asked.
You actually asked what?
Yeah, I actually asked him if he wanted to come on next week. So he said he can. So he'll be here
Okay,
next week.
so we'll have him next week. Okay. I was going to give him more time than that, but that works. This is the
Well,
Nevermore
I figured since
collection.
he wasn't able to do it this week, and he was looking forward to it, I'd offer.
Yeah, it gives me time to purge through things I haven't listened to on his channel. That sounds so wrong.
Yeah.
I'm getting lost in the UK, the Queen's stuff, and there's a trial this week that I'm kind of interested in, so. um, Asshole is not a strong enough word for some people. Uh, just
That
saying.
is true.
Just saying.
There are there are some of them. There's some of those people out there that have earned the title as super asshole.
That is not even good enough for this guy that's going on trial on Monday, and I hope it doesn't get continued again because it's been continued for like 3 years. And my fan has
Jesus.
stopped again. Yeah, I think this fan is done. I don't think it's gonna work anymore. I got it going by doing it by hand, but it stopped on its own, and it's gonna stop again. Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh
have to
God,
replace that fan.
God love you, Mia. You're lucky Ray's not here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Ray would be so.
I got it going by doing it by hand, and I'm like, God love you, Mia. You're lucky Ray's not here.
Yeah, Ray would be getting me all over the place with those. Bless you.
He would have got you that statement too.
Yeah. Um, this is the Nevermore Collective. We are here for you to explore things that would mess up your channel as far as doing on your channel. Um, you can try live streams if you want. You could do videos, put videos on here. My husband is sneezing his head off over here. Um, and anything that you think wouldn't quite fit your channel and you want to try it and see if it works and see if people want to do it. We've got a Yu-Gi-Oh group. We've got a D&D group. The Darkness podcast is here now. What was that about? You okay?
Oh, you said Yu-Gi-Oh, and then
Oh.
you said Yu-Gi-Oh, and I went Yu-Gi-Oh. Because whenever he transforms, that's what he sounds
Yeah,
like.
yeah. But yeah, we've got the nerds, the Nevermore nerds. Um, we've got really a lot of different things that people do. It's not just the Traveler's Tavern. We try to keep to where we're talking to writers and narrators about horror stuff, and it's but you don't have to stay with that here. It's a collective, and once you join the collective, you can leave. Nevermore. Be safe, everyone.
Nevermore.
Mhm.